Welcome back to our channel, and thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting us. But if you have not subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so. And God bless Biafra. Professor ȯɁÄฉิ่INKA cries out that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's deep understanding of the Fulani Janjaweed and their caliphate, that was why he warned Nigerians. Igbo presidency will not save Nigerians except disintegration. According to reports, Fulani Janjaweed will continue to control any government in Nigeria because they created a fraudulent constitution. They created fraudulent population in the north, and they created more states in the north. The best solution to Nigerians' problem is total disintegration or negotiation of Nigerians' existence amongst the indigenous tribes, which is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, and other Biafran agitators are peacefully fighting for. But the parasitic, selfish, uncircumcised Fulani Janjaweed have refused, and they are using their slaves in Biafra land to achieve their evil agenda. Even former Libyan leader, late Colonel Muammar Gaddafi, purportedly said that Nigeria would never have lasting peace until the country splits into Muslim North and Christian South. Even if you make Igbo Nigerian president, Fulani Janjaweed will still be in charge, as they were in charge during the regimes of Olusegun Obasanjo and Goodluck Jonathan. They were in charge, completely in charge. They created 19 states and FCT for themselves. And they gave the southern regions 17 states. And they apportioned fictitious population figure to the north. And if you go to the National Assembly, they control over 60% of the seats in the lower and the upper chambers. So there is no way any tribe can succeed with the Fulani Janjaweed being on the driver's seat. They did that through their fraudulent constitution and population and more states they created for themselves. You know, the Fulani Janjaweed are also working so hard to force the Labour Party presidential flag bearer, Peter Obi, who is an Igbo politician, to condemn IPOB in order for them to finish him politically. As Peter Obi has now become the biggest threat to the Fulani fraudulent selection process called Nigeria elections. It's their biggest threat now. You know, the Fulani Janjaweed thinks that they are wise because they succeeded in deceiving Tinubu and his gang of urchins. They believe that they can do the same with Biafrans because they have Hopeless Uzodinjo, Dave Umehi, Professor Soludo, and other Biafran governors and politicians in their pockets. The truth is that the zoo called Nigeria is already gone, and Biafra shall be restored this 2023. Shall be restored. Either the Fulani Janjaweed likes it or not. ỌİHEƖNEZE Ndị Igbo is a one Nigerian unity begging group controlled by the Fulani Caliphate. This group has never placed a bounty on Fulani terrorists killing Biafrans in Biafra land. Yet they placed a $50,000 bounty on a Biafran freedom fighter, Simon Ekpa, fighting for the freedom of Biafra, who is at the forefront leading the movement for quick disintegration of the terrorist state called Nigeria, the safe haven to Fulani terrorists, bandits, and Boko Haram terrorists, just to please their Fulani slave masters. All the Fulani terrorists, both the ones in ragtag and the ones in military uniforms, killing Biafrans, ỌİHENEZE has not placed a bounty on them. But it's a Biafran, a peaceful Biafran, freedom fighter. They had the audacity to place a bounty on him. What a shame. Even in the terrorized northern Nigeria, the Arewa Consultative Forum, the Arewa Youth Forum, the Northern Elders Forum, and other Fulani Janjaweed-controlled northern groups have never placed bounty on any Fulani bandit or Boko Haram terrorists, not even on the Fulani Meyetiala terrorist group, who are all mass murderers and kidnappers. Instead, the Fulani-controlled North supports and cover up for their terrorists and mass murderers. But Biafran ỌİHENEZE is fighting against innocent and peaceful Biafran freedom fighter. What a big shame. What a big shame. Our Igbo groups are quick to condemn our freedom fighters, even though the Igbo groups know that the insecurity and killings going on in Biafran land are state-sponsored and carried out by the Fulani Nigerian jihadist government led by fake Buhari, who uses the compromised Nigerian security agencies and the Bubagu militia to carry out their genocide agenda in Biafra land, and then they turn around to blame and blackmail IPOB and other Biafra agitators because they have refused Fulani terrorists takeover of Biafra land. Yet, our so-called Biafran leaders keep blaming our freedom fighters, fighting to stop Fulani oppression and domination in Biafra land. The Fulani Janjaweed will never do that to even their mass murderers. They won't do that. Look at when they killed a Christian girl in Sokoto. One of them, Atiku Abubakar, a Fulani Janjaweed, mistakenly, because of politics, condemned the killing, but later he brought down the post on Twitter. He brought it down. Other Fulani governors, none of them condemned the terrorist act in Kaduna. They didn't condemn it. They stood by their terrorists. They stood by them. All the kidnapping, the Fulani bandits, terrorists, carried out on Kaduna train and other places in the north, you will never see the Fulani governors or politicians or leaders or their groups condemning the Fulani terrorists. They would never do that. But our Biafran groups, Igbo leaders, are quick to condemn our freedom fighters in order to please their Fulani slave masters. All this will come to an end in this 2023 because Biafra shall be restored. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for watching this video. And bye-bye for now.